I always understand that it's bigger than me. And that is the purpose of all of our lives. When you get to a place of understanding that it is bigger than you, that's when the real work starts. Then those things that happen for you in your life and the blessings and all the positive, beautiful things that come that are life-changing for you, you don't take them as a moment to say, oh my God, I can't believe it's happening. You take them as moments to say, God, thank you. Because I knew it would. Because I believed it would. Because the desires of my heart already have shown me that it would. My faith has already shown me that it would. So I never had to believe anything else. And because now I'm in this position, guess what I can do? I can bless others. I can give back. We all have the ability to do that. Even when you have an inkling of success, you're able to give something back, because that little bit of success that you've even had, that lets people know that you figured something out. And by you figuring it out, you can help somebody else do it.
Hey, let this shit ride for a minute, man. If you got a dream, you gotta go get it. It ain't gonna be easy, it's a lonely road. Very lonely road. But you gotta push through and figure it out. Hey.
Yo, what up, though? You already know what time it is, man. We are back. We here in another season of what is it? REL Talk. V. Y'all already know what's up, man. Listen, I'm excited to be back to talk to you guys. These past couple of seasons of REL Talk have been amazing, man. We've been having some dope conversations. We've been able to shed some light on the world. We've been able to just have a lot of love and fun and healthy, positive conversations that have been driving the momentum behind people living their best lives forward. And that's all I wanted to do in creating this platform, man. So I'm thankful. And we back with another episode. And there's been a lot going on in the past year of my life since we dropped the last episode as well. So y'all already know what time it is, man. Give it up for your boy. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Because I've had a lot of blessings that have happened, good and bad. I'm thankful for it all. Again, I'm somebody that truly lives in the process of nothing is happening to you. Everything is happening for you, good or bad. So I just allow those things to be what they are. I accept them for what they are, and I continue to move forward with my life because I know what God has in store is bigger than what I can ever imagine. You feel me? So let's get into it, man. This past year, I've been fortunate and blessed to be a part of some really cool projects and some really cool opportunities as an actor. And I just kind of want to talk to you guys a little bit about some of those things. I'll go starting off and let you guys know this past year I did a couple of stage plays. I've been in some TV shows that I'm starring in. You feel me? I've done a dope movie that I was able to have a really significant role in, which has broken all type of records in the box office and has been one of the biggest biopics of all time. And we're going to get a little bit into that. But first, I want to talk about what's been happening, man. The podcast has been going great. We're starting off this season with some dope episodes. We speaking to a lot of people in the industry, and we expect it to build this brand of what REL Talk is. I'm really excited about the momentum that you guys have had behind this show, the way that you guys have been sharing episodes, supporting the show, tagging, liking videos, and watching more than anything, man, because it means the world. So I just want to say first and foremost, thank you guys for all the support and all the love that you've been giving REL Talk, man, because it feels so good to be able to share these voices with the world. This past year, I also was in a process of booking some shows. I did some stage work. I have completed my 20th year in theater. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I did a show directed by Billy King called Brown Broadway, where I starred in it. It was a musical. You see it right behind me. I don't know if you can see my face on the John right there. You know what I'm saying? But that's me, baby. UV. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I starred in that show, man, and it was an incredible show to be a part of, being able to have 20 years in this industry on stage from all the work that I've done. I've done probably over, hundreds of stage plays in my life. I played so many characters and so many roles, but this one by far was special just because it marked my 20th year doing theater. And I thoroughly enjoyed the process. And I'll tell you guys a little bit about it. I got the phone call to do the show. And when they called me about it, they said, yo, we want you to play the lead role in this musical. And originally I was like, y'all sure y'all want me to do it? Because I don't sing. You feel me? That was kind of like my approach to it. But ultimately they was like, no, I don't think he's a singer. I think he's a musician. And at that point I was like, well, hey, let's do it, man. I'm all for it. If that's the case, I don't care what it is. I'll learn to do it. And he happened to be a saxophone player, which I actually did take lessons and learn how to play the sax enough of what I could to be able to play the role and lead this show in an incredible way. It was set in the 1940s. It was about jazz music. It was about love. It was about heartbreak. It was about family. It was about Black success and being able to make it back during that time in the 1940s and how hard it was for Black people to make it. And I think we still live in that same presence today, just in a different light. But ultimately, I was able to relate in so many ways. But more than anything, just share my gifts with theaters, man. So I'm so thankful to be doing theater, to have awards in theater, to be able to share my voice and my light and my gift with theater. And I'm 20 years in the game doing it. You know what I mean? 2005 was my first show. 2025 marked 20 years. And I topped it off with leading a musical. And that's something that's beautiful that I can commend myself for. So this is more so also an episode about thanking myself, man, and being blessed for the things that's happening in my life. You feel me? Moving on. Another thing I was a part of this year was an incredible TV show on All Black Network. You feel me? It's a TV show called G.R.I.T.S. G.R.I.T.S. It stands for Girls Raised in the South. It is an incredible show about 3 young women growing up in Memphis who are going through the struggles and trials and tribulations of trying to make it out of Memphis and become successful in their own personal ventures and their own personal lives. I play a leading role in the show by the character of the name of Boogie. You know what I'm saying? That's the dog from Memphis. You know what I'm talking about? That what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to get into that thing one time, man. You know what I'm saying? But I played a role of Boogie, and I had so much fun playing this role because it was kind of like me paying homage to my time that I spent in the South, my time that I spent at Alabama State University, being able to give back to the culture, being able to give back to the Southern roots I actually have because my family came from the South. A lot of my family and my ancestors came from Alabama. And it felt like a full circle moment being able to actually play a role where I felt like I was paying homage, one, to my roots, but also two, just being able to live in what the Southern culture represents, the sacrifice that a lot of these people make, the livelihood of how they wake up and go throughout every single day, the understanding of what Southern culture is, being able to represent all of those things, being able to be a part of it, being able to live in it for years, being at Alabama State and having so many people from so many different parts of the South. We talk in New Orleans, Texas, North Carolina, South Carolina, Atlanta, Memphis, Mississippi. I mean, it's all over. Did I say New Orleans? If not New Orleans, but all over, man. Being able to have those representations of people from the South and then being able to give back in a way where people were able to watch this show, look at the character I played, feel like it was something that was truly authentic to what Southern culture is. I am so thankful to just be able to display that body of work because I live in a place where I always want to be seen as a diverse actor. I've always given myself the ability and the energy to understand who I am as an actor and pushing myself forward to say that if I ever get a script in front of me, no matter what it is, I'm going to get the job done. I don't live in fear. I don't run away from it. Especially as an actor, you have to be somebody who accepts whatever is given to you. Now, you can have your limitations on the things that you may choose to do or not. But if you are a diverse actor and you are somebody who wants to be seen as an actor, not somebody who wants to be typecast or stuck in this one thing this is what they always see you as, you have to be able to open yourself up and understand what it means to be diverse, understand what it means to live in other cultures, live in other people's shoes, live in other languages, live in other states. I mean, in the United States itself, man, it's like you could be in so many different pockets and everything is different from New York to the South, to the West Coast, to the Midwest. They all got different lingos and different swags and slangs and things that they say. So being able to be a part of Grits, man, it was just super cool to be able to display that thing that I was able to do when I got to the South. And that was just embrace my space and fall in and be able to get back to that Southern culture that I've always wanted to be a part of. Because once I got the bug and once I got down there, I mean, this is true. When I got to Alabama State, one of the first songs I ever heard was Girl Shay That Laffy Taffy. That Laffy Taffy. They was in that thing like dun, dun, dun. And being a kid from Detroit, it was a culture shock. But being an actor, it was something that opened me up to a whole new world because I was ready for it. I was ready to accept whatever God had put in front of me because I just wanted to be a vessel to accept, to embrace, to live in, to be able to grasp whatever I could to be a part of the culture because I'm somebody who always lives in adapting to my environment. And I truly believe that if you can open yourself up in any environment that you're in to adapt and see what people or see who people are, see the people and the true people that you can look at in your life and be like, man, I see you for who you are. I understand you for who you are. I can represent you if I ever have to play a character, and being able to represent who you are and not feel ashamed, not feel like I'm not telling the truth, not feel like I'm not standing in the light that I should be to make sure that the representation of you is coming across the table in a real way. And I've always been open to do that. That validation that I seek from myself in these rooms when I understand I can adapt allows me to be the best version of myself. So I continue to always push for that. So, man, I'm just super thankful to be a part of Grits. Everybody that was a part of the show, the entire cast killed it, man. Deji LeRae, who is an incredible writer, incredible director, created a series, man, that I truly believe is going to live on. We've grown a fan base. It's on the All Black network. It's on AMC Plus network. You feel me? So just make sure you guys go check it out. Make sure you guys get to check me out in Grits and see what I'm doing in this Southern role where I'm playing the role of Boogie. You feel me? So I just want to say, go on, give it up for your boy one more time, man. Let me, you know what I'm saying, get it in, because I'm just super thankful. And sometimes you got to give yourself the applause. I'm always in reminder of being your biggest fan. Whatever you want to do or have or accomplish for yourself, you have to see it and believe it and know it for yourself first. I gotta be my biggest fan because I know nobody is rooting for me in the way that I'm rooting for me. You feel me? Moving on, man. As the year has also been going on, I was able to be in a project that was about one of or the most legendary artist, I would say, of all time. And he goes by the name of Michael Jackson. You feel me? The Michael biopic came out earlier this year, and I was able to have a part in it. And it was so beautiful to work on this film just because of what I knew it was going to do for the culture, but more than anything, to be a part of history and to be a part of something that was legendary. Me being a kid from Detroit, being from Motown, growing up in that era, understanding the music, understanding the culture of what the music was back in the 70s and 80s and early 90s, and understanding how big Michael was to this world and him wanting to see the world change for the better, truly believing it'll be a better place. The music that resonates with so many people till up until this day, that we still see them dancing and praising and singing the songs and wearing the outfits and wearing a glove and the jackets and the high water black pants and the thick white socks, and the loafers. Man, I mean, it's iconic. It's not only iconic to witness and be a part of this film, but it's iconic to just know that God blessed me with the opportunity to be a part of something legendary. And that's something that I can give and always live in when it comes to my family and my friends, and something that I can always represent, to know that I was a part of something legendary. And speaking on that, it's kind of crazy because I'll tell you guys a little bit about how that happened for me. I was actually up for another show on Netflix, and this show has actually already come out. Success to it has actually did really well, but those casting directors and producers seen my tape for this show and believed that there were better opportunities for me than what they had given me. And that led to me getting the Michael movie. And it wasn't the same role I would have gotten in a TV show, but what it was a better opportunity for my career. And when you know you have something special that God has already given you and it's meant to be shared with the world, when people recognize that or they see that, God won't allow somebody to suppress it. He won't allow them to have you in a position to where you're held back from being the person you're supposed to be. And I realized that in this process, because it wasn't like the role I was getting for this Netflix show was such a major thing, but I realized that there was something else God had in store for me and something bigger that he had for my life. And when I found out that it was the Michael movie, obviously I was like, I don't care what I'm doing. I want to be a part of this film because it's A-list film, A-list director Antoine Fuqua. You know, you're thinking about the people, Jafar Jackson, who, I mean, man, we got a chance to chop it up on set, but this brother played an incredible role. He did an incredible job as Michael Jackson, and you can tell it's in his blood. The friends that I met on set, the people that I were able to work with, the legendary choreographers, and break dancers that were a part of Michael Jackson's dance group back then. Some of these guys that were on set actually danced with Michael in the movie. Just being able to experience that and realizing that you are now a part of culture and history. I couldn't be more thankful to know that God just has plans for my life that are beyond me, which leads me to talk to you guys about how God truly will give you something in your life, and you have to see what the blessing actually is. God's purpose on your life is so much bigger than you could imagine. So much bigger than you could imagine. I understand that because I realize a lot of what I ask for and God gives me, majority of the time he gives it to me not in the way that I'm asking for it, but just to see if I'm going to be appreciative of the blessing. And I think that's something that we all need to start recognizing in our lives. There are a lot of things that we ask God for, and I think one, that is the problem. We ask for so many things when he's already given it to us, when it's already in a plan, when it's already ordained, when it's already in divine order. And we're still asking every day. We're asking. And we have to get to a place of just accepting and understanding that whatever God is doing in our lives, just continue to do it. We can't keep asking for all these things knowing that we're not even ready for them. Because I myself, along with anybody who's probably listening to this right now, we've all been in that position where we've asked for things and he's given it to us. But we have to recognize even when we got it, we didn't get it in the way that we wanted to, but that's because we weren't ready for the blessing. He just wants to see before he gives us that actual blessing, how are we going to handle the small ones before we get the big ones? And that's something I started to understand. I wrote down a while ago that I know I am going to be a part of and star in some of the biggest box office films to ever live in this world. I wrote it down. It's a true statement. And I'm like, I know it's going to happen. And in my mind, I'm going to book the role that's going to star me in the box office film that's going, whoo. And not because I'm looking at this thing like it has to be box office. I believe that God has given me a gift to move mountains with my ability to act. I believe that. There's nothing that can take that thought or idea out of my head because God has already shown me in so many ways. And I've been able to count my blessings on so many ways through the good and the bad that I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing. He's shown me. So when I realize in these moments that I've asked for these things and I want to be great at what I do and I'm a star in these movies box office, I'm going to be a part of it. I said this to myself as I wrote that down, and it happened. I got a part in the Michael movie, which is one of the biggest box office biopics to ever be filmed in this world. One of the biggest, grossed, I believed, $1 billion almost, or somewhere around there. Box office. And I was a part of it. And I wrote it down. It's manifestation. Now, being appreciative of the gift that God has given me, even when I've realized that it may not have been in the way that I wanted it to, but he still gave it to me. That's my attitude of gratitude. I'm appreciative. I've starred in movies already, starred in TV shows, stage plays, all of the things. And then after you do these things, you'll get these opportunities, a blessing, a blessing, a blessing. God is blessing you. He's blessing you. Movies, stage, TV shows. Then you get to a point to where he takes those blessings and then he gives it to you on a smaller scale. Because are you appreciative of what he's actually giving you? Can you live in the process of saying, God, I am thankful for whatever it is that you are putting in my life that has to do with the gift that you've given me to share with the world. I'm thankful. I'm not sitting here ever asking for anything else when it comes to God. I just pray for things to be in my life. And if he sees it fit in his eyes for it to be there, then it will. I truly believe that. I'm at a process now where my door is open for God's purpose continuously in everything that I do. I'm a vessel. We're all vessels. We're all meant to do the work. We're all here to understand that it is bigger than us. If you are blessed, you're meant to share that blessing with other people. It is as simple as that. A thing that has happened to me recently is that I have been training actors, and I won't say recently, I could say this. I've been training actors for so long, for years now, because I've always believed my job is to also help and give back that thing that I believe God has given me, and I know God has given me to share with the world. When I first moved to LA, I would do so many stage plays, and people would always come up to me and say, yo, man, where are you taking acting classes at? Who's your teacher? Who's your trainer? And I would always tell them I don't. I don't take class. I trained for 8 years straight. Alabama State University, 5 years, right under Brian Martin, who was the best acting coach in the world. I will say that till the day I die, because ultimately I know what that man has in him and what he can do for actors. Look what he did for me. I'll never not give credit where credit is due. At the same time, I left there and I signed an acting contract to B Street Theater. I worked with Buck Busfield for a year, professional, grinding. Even prior to college, I was in high school, training. I knew when I got out here, I had to be ready. I had to. My attitude was always, I'm not ready for LA. I hope LA is ready for me. One of my most famous quotes, and I only say that because it's one of the things that my mom always says to me at this point in my career. She always says, I remember when you said, when you got to LA, you wasn't going to have to be ready for LA. They was going to have to be ready for you. And I truly believe that, and I've stood on that since I've been here. And so as an actor, I believe my blessing was to open the door and help people out and continue to get to a place where if I can allow actors to become the best version of themselves and allow them to shine, man, it just makes your star even brighter. And for me, it was one of those things where I really realized that I had to take advantage of this opportunity in front of me to be able to help actors get to where they needed to be. If anything, make sure that they feel like they deserve to be acting or doing what they're doing because this is the path that they're chose for their life. So also understanding when it comes to actors, that was the thing. I wanted to help. I want to help actors win. So because of that, I opened up my acting classes. Yeah, V. You know what I'm talking about? I've been so excited about these acting classes, man, because I've seen so many actors grow, constantly come back to the class, take the class. They're learning. They're starting to understand more about themselves, about technique, about what it takes to really be an actor, the things that you need to get ready, preparation, breath work, scene study, improv. We do it all. And I've started this class because at this point, I've actually helped actors book jobs that have changed and that is changing their lives. Sometimes all it takes is people to believe in you. Just take somebody to believe. And I know it seems tough sometimes when you seem like you in this journey by yourself and there isn't somebody out there that's actually supporting the dream or standing by the dream or actually believe in a dream. Because there's so many days where you are the only one who believes. That's just like when somebody tells you, man, I knew you would always get there. They didn't know. You knew. You knew you would always get there. That's a reality that is hard for some people outside of your dream to accept. They actually didn't know. You did. You and God. It was always in a plan. So when I know it's time for me to be a vessel and help, I help. Which is why we opened up this acting class, which is why I opened up this acting class for actors to be able to understand what it is to be able to develop character work, what it is to be able to set yourself up for success. And I always tell actors, there's no pamphlet I can give you to say if you do all of these things, you're going to make it. But what I can do is try to give you the tools and the lessons and the skills that I've learned along the way that have helped me, that I know can be a helpful tool to you. That's it. I'm not here to tell anybody you do these things, you'll be successful and you'll make it, because that's God's plan. That's only God's plan. It's not mine. It's not yours. But when it comes to you, it's about the work that you put in. It is very true everybody wants to be successful, but it's also very true everybody's not willing to do the work. It's been a proven fact. So when it comes to this acting class, I want to encourage all actors. If you are somebody who is new, you've never taken a class, you've been training, you just want to brush up, you fell out as a kid and wanted to come back as an adult. You've always had the dream. You want to try to be the best version of yourself. If you got a problem with being in front of people, public speaking, or any of these things that you want to break these walls down to allow yourself to be vulnerable, to allow yourself to be open, to allow yourself to create the artist that lives inside of you. This is the class for you, the Jerrel O'Neal acting class that is ran by me, that is taught by me. I have all of the tools and lessons that I believe can help any beginning or up and coming actor get the best things that they need out of this industry and out of their career. I'm not a genie. I don't grant wishes, but I am a vessel for God. And I believe I do grant blessings. And with this opportunity, I believe I can bless people and be able to help people become the best versions of themselves. So I'm just thankful to be that human being that seeks humility in everything that I do. Because again, I always understand that it's bigger than me. And that is the purpose of all of our lives. When you get to a place of understanding that it is bigger than you, that's when the real work starts. Then those things that happen for you in your life, and the blessings and all the positive, beautiful things that come that are life-changing for you, you don't take them as a moment to say, oh my God, I can't believe it's happening. You take them as moments to say, God, thank you. Because I knew it would. Because I believed it would. Because the desires of my heart already have shown me that it would. My faith has already shown me that it would. So I never had to believe anything else. And because now I'm in this position, guess what I can do? I can bless others. I can give back. We all have the ability to do that. Even when you have an inkling of success, you're able to give something back, because that little bit of success that you've even had, that lets people know that you figured something out. And by you figuring it out, you can help somebody else do it. So this past year for me has been beautiful because God has been opening doors. I've been building friendships. I've had so many new opportunities. I've had so many things come in my way that some things I can't even talk about yet because it's still in God's hands. And I'm just thankful to even be in a position to be there. But I do know this. If I can leave you with anything for this episode, if I can give you guys some encouragement as you watch through this season, just understand that at the end of the day, man, what God is doing for you, don't run away from it. Don't talk yourself out of anything. Talk yourself into it. Your dreams are real. Believe them. Take action. Have fun. Enjoy the process. Believe that it's you, because why not? We all have an opportunity to be able to be blessed by God if we just listen to that voice in our head that's telling us to do the things that we know we should be doing. That's the one thing that we constantly fight. The voice that's telling us what we should be doing, because we believe we know better, but we don't. God has a plan. That's why when we make him, he laughs. So just trust the process, continue to keep working, and continue to keep believing in every single thing that you do, because you never know who's watching. You never know who's watching. So always show up and be the best version of yourself, because in the end of the day, it'll mean more than you could ever imagine. And when you look back on your life, these are the moments that you will always say to yourself, I'm glad I showed up for myself. I'm glad I showed up for God. And I'm glad I believed that it was my job to be a vessel to bless others. Because now look what I'm leaving in the world. So again, man, thank you guys for tuning in to, y'all already know what time it is, man, because my tag is
REL Talk.
Yeah, and this season, man, we're going to continue to have dope conversations, man. I love that you guys have been so supportive. Continue to download these episodes. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, please, man. Please hit the subscribe button. Tell a friend to go listen. We are available on all streaming platforms. Please continue to share. Please continue to open your hearts up for these conversations. And I just hope that you guys continue to learn something, gain something, take something, and take heed to what I'm trying to give you guys, which is nothing but love and compassion, because that's all I care about. So again, make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you continue to tune in to REL Talk, because here we have the dopest conversations. We got some of the dopest artists. We got some of the dopest guests. And this season, we are venturing out and opening up to new platforms and speaking to people in different industries that I haven't even been open to speaking to yet. So I'm excited, man, for you guys to see what I got coming for you. But again, I'm thankful. I love all of y'all. Continue to keep working, keep grinding, keep showing love. And again, it's your boy, Jerrel O'Neal. Make sure you keep tuning in to REL Talk. You feel me? Let's get it.
Hey, let this shit ride for a minute.